again, and for today's video I have for you the second episode for easy DIY nails. Now Valentine's Day is around the corner and this is the time where I'll show you the easy peasy designs which you can create this Valentine's Day to make your nails look really pretty. But there's gonna be a little bit of twist in this video. In this video, I'm just gonna be using one single tool to create all the 5 designs. I'll use a few items which are available around your house here and there, but majorly I'm just gonna be using one and only one tool. So in case you want to know which tool I'm gonna be using and what all designs I create for this Valentine's Day, then just keep on watching the video. So for this first design, like I've painted the nail a deep pastel orange with vibrant golden shimmer, if you can see. Such a beautiful color. Again, I'll mention here, like I did in my previous video, that you don't have to use the exact colors that I'm showing you. You can choose whatever color combination you want. I'm just doing what I feel like I want to do. Now the tool that I'm gonna be using is a liner brush. Yes guys, I'm gonna be using a liner brush. The one I'm using, I'll link it down in the description box below. It's pretty inexpensive. It comes in a set of 3 brushes and once you buy them, they're gonna last you a very long time. For the first design, I'm gonna be creating a sort of side French tip in shape of a heart. Now I'm gonna be using acrylic paints to create this, but you can also use like polishes. This is what it is looking so far. Now this is like a multi-stage nail art. You can totally stop at any point. It will look beautiful. You can totally stop here also. The color red looks very good with this pastel orange shimmery color. But I'm gonna be going a step further, but before that I'm gonna let this acrylic color dry. Continuing further, I'm gonna be making this heart like a cartoon heart. So I'm gonna be outlining this heart with a black acrylic paint. This is what it is looking so far. Now absolutely you can stop here if you want, but the only thing remaining to make this heart a cartoon heart is some white highlights, and that's what I'm gonna be doing using some white acrylic paint. That's it. Now I'm gonna be letting this color completely dry before I top coat it. Once the acrylic color is all right, it's time to top coat it, and I'm gonna be keeping it glossy. And yes, here is the finished look. For this next design, I've painted the nail a matte white. Now I'm specifically saying matte because I'm gonna be using acrylic paint. And when you want to fill large areas using acrylic paint, matte base is the best choice. Now using acrylic paint, I'm gonna be sort of creating color blocking heart. You'll see how. Firstly, using pink acrylic paint, I'm gonna be dividing the nail into half. Try keeping it as perfect as you can. Mine is not that perfect, but it's okay, it will do. And fill one half using the same pink color. Now using blue acrylic paint, fill the other half of the nail. This is what the nail looks like currently. Now you have to let the acrylic paint completely dry before you go any further. Once the base acrylic is all dried, I'm gonna be using the same blue color and drawing half of the heart on the pink side, and then using the same pink color drawing the rest of the half of the pink on the blue side. So this is what the final look is. Now I messed up at the end ना यहाँ पे corner पे, but if it happens ना, just wait for the color to dry and then go over it with the color you want to correct it with, और वो ठीक हो जाएगा because acrylic है तो इतना कोई problem नहीं होगा. But I'm gonna be waiting for this to completely dry and then I'll top coat it. Using a glossy top coat definitely smooths out the acrylic color, and I suggest doing it even if you want to keep your nails matte. It looks so pretty and definitely it will look cooler with matte finish. For this third design, I've again painted the nail a matte white because again, as I said, I'm going to be using acrylic colors, and this time I'm going to be doing classic swirl design but in Valentine's Day colors. So firstly, to make the base a little more peppy, I'm going to be dotting the entire base with yellow and using a toothpick. Yes guys, this is the itty bitty household item that I'm gonna be using besides the liner brush. So let's do it. So this is how the nail is looking so far. Now before creating the swirls, we have to wait for these yellow dots to dry. Now once the dots are all dried, I'm gonna be going in with red acrylic paint to create a swirly pattern. You can take inspiration from Instagram on which direction to make the swirls, or you can go with your own imagination and do whatever you want and feel like. So once you create this sort of a rough design, now you can thicken up certain areas to make it look more good. After red, I'm gonna be going in with some pink, and ये red से चिपका के थोड़ा सा एक different pattern में I'm gonna be creating a swirl of pink. And yeah, that's it. Now you have to wait for it to completely dry, because I've seen if you top coat the wet acrylic paint na streaks aa jate hain. So make sure it's completely dried and then go for a top coat. Time to top coat this one. And here is the finished mani. It looks so beautiful. Probably this is my favorite out of all. For this next design, again I've painted the nail a white base. I guess I've painted maximum of my nail bases white. But this time I'm gonna be creating a very classic Valentine's Day design, and that is heart-shaped leopard design. I always wanted to do it, and I believe this is the right time and I should just do it. So firstly, using the liner brush and some red acrylic paint, I'm gonna be creating a heart shape, which is gonna be the focus point for this nail art design. It doesn't needs to be super perfect, but yeah, this is my heart, and now I'm gonna be creating random dots. Now I'm gonna be leaving it to dry. Now it's time to make the black outlines, and for that I'm gonna be again using a toothpick. Once all the red bits are covered and there is a space left, a lot of space left, you can just directly go in with black and create some dots and squiggly lines. So here you go guys, a heart-shaped leopard print design is all ready. Now I'm gonna be letting this dry before I can top coat it. Once the acrylic is all dried, it's time to top coat it. Now you can definitely keep this one matte, but just to smoothen out the acrylic color, it's very important that you top coat it with a normal glossy top coat. And once it's dried, you can definitely go over it with a matte top coat, but I'm gonna be keeping it glossy. The last design is gonna be like the most vampy, or should I say more night appropriate, like nighttime appropriate. I've painted the base a pretty deep, almost wine color. And the next thing I'm gonna do is apply a golden shimmer over it. Now once the golden topper is all dried, I'm not gonna be doing much with this nail except for creating a little white heart at the top of the nail. Again for this I'm gonna be using a toothpick, and I'll show you how to create a little heart using this toothpick. Now once again I'm gonna be waiting for this to dry before I can top coat it. Time to top coat this and bring out that golden shimmer. This is such a unique look for the Valentine's Day, probably night appropriate, but once you move the nail you can see all that golden shimmer. So yes guys, these were the 5 designs that I created for this Valentine's Day using just a liner brush and yes of course acrylic paints. Like when it comes to freehand nail art now, I love using acrylic paints because they are pretty easy to manipulate, drag and very beginners friendly. So if you're also into freehand nail art now, I suggest you get those brushes first and then try to use acrylic colors. You'll enjoy it so much. And yeah, if you do create any of these designs, don't forget to tag me on my Instagram. I'll mention the handle somewhere on the screen. And with that, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big fat thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, ring that bell to stay notified for new content. And as I always say, maintain social distancing, stay safe, be kind to the animals around you, keep yourself hydrated, and yeah, wish you a very happy Valentine's Day in advance. And I'll catch you in my next one. Bye bye.